Chapter 1. Now. I tightened the noose around my neck, then yanked it off with a grunt. I had referred to neckties as nooses for as long as I could remember. Anyone that had to wear one every day to work was slowly killing themselves. And here was I, like an old fool, trying to attach one to my own neck. With a tired sigh, I tried again to make the knot. Finally, Mary came over and pushed my hands to my sides, and with deft movements had it looking perfect. "There you go, Dad." She smiled and gave me a hug. "Mom always loved you in a tie, so you have to look nice for her this one last time." If there was ever an occasion that a tie was perfect for, it was a funeral. She broke down then, after being my rock through the whole mess. I held her close while my own tears spilled. I was sure I'd be out of them by now, but they just kept coming. When she pulled away, her face held a determined smile. "We should go. There'll be plenty of time for this later." She was my rock again. I nodded, silently chastising myself. I should be the strong one. She just lost her mother. The service was lovely, as funerals go. My wife was one of the good ones. After the priest said his final words at the grave, I remained there alone, shooing anyone away, including Mary, who tried to talk to me, to console me. I stared at the opening in the ground, wanting nothing more than to crawl in with my wife and let them cover me with dirt. I don't know how long I stayed like that. The never-ending tears dripping down my face, absently rubbing my ghost finger. God, what I'd give for another day with her. Finally, I trudged back to the car. Everyone would be back at the house, eating and drinking and talking like nothing had happened. I hated the tradition. I just wanted to be alone, to think or not to think, and to wonder why I wasn't the one to go first. I drove home listening to an oldies station, taking my time. The day was overcast, as if the sun didn't want to attend such a sad event. The sky heavy with rain. A perfect day for a funeral. I would have preferred pouring rain and gusting wind, an angry day to match my mood. The scene at the house was just what I expected. A lot of people laughing, everybody eating and holding either a beer or a glass of wine, a fucking party, minus one guest. I played my part as best I could, making the rounds, accepting condolences, sharing memories. Always a glass of water in my hand. Maybe just one drink today? Something to take the edge off. I stuck with water, though, as it wasn't a day to get sloppy. As the afternoon wore on, people began drifting away. I guess they thought they'd put in the appropriate time and wanted to get back to their lives. Most of them I wouldn't see until the next death. I looked around at the mess, too overwhelmed to even think about cleaning. Instead, I tossed a dirty napkin on the coffee table and plopped onto the couch. It was just Mary and her husband Jeff and their son Nick. Jeff was a good guy, some sort of computer programmer. He made good money, but more importantly, treated my Mary like a queen. What more could a dad ask for? Little Nick looked just like his dad. Tall and thin for his age, with a face that looked wise beyond his 7 years. Mary started picking up in the kitchen, but I waved her off. "Leave it. Come sit with me for a while. I'm too tired to even watch you clean." They spread out on the couches and chairs around me. Empty cups and bottles littered the room, along with half-empty plates of funeral food. I pushed some trash aside to make room for my water glass. I was with my family. What was left of it, anyway. We talked a while about the service, a little while longer about some of the folks we hadn't seen in a while. Nick was getting antsy. It was a long day of being good for him, for any kid his age. He climbed onto my lap and looked up at me. His eyes were so full of wonder and curiosity, so full of youth that it made my heart yearn for such innocence. I wondered when my own eyes had lost that. You know when. His little hand clasped my gnarled old man hand and pulled it to his face. "Grampy, you never told me the story of how you lost your finger."
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.